Hello, welcome to my channel, A Piece of Gaia. My name is Lindsay, and today we are going to do a reading on you blazing a new trail and your keys to success. Okay, so we're going to look at the new trail you're blazing, the keys to success, some potential blockages, and some small details to consider. Okay, all right, so we have 3 different options here for you to choose from. 3 different keys as well, so however you'd like to choose. You're going to be choosing from 1, 2, or 3, and the timestamps are down in the description box and in the pinned comments. And I will see you in your selected reading. Hello to those of you who chose the Yoda key here, and the Yoda on both sides is a little different. It's got a wand on that side. So in this card here, we have these little vines with these little butterflies. Okay, all right, so this is going to be your reading. So we are working on the new trail that you are blazing here and your keys to success. So what are some potential blockages and maybe some details to consider along the way? All right, so what we're going to do is all of my cards today are going to be like plant cards. I do have some doorways as well for opening up new doors. We're going to do that at the end. But all of them are plants because I'm thinking of the trail, you know, blazing that trail, the plants along the way. So I hope you all are doing well today and having a lovely day. And really considering, you know, this new beginning or this new trail that you're in, all the potential that it has before it. So I just feel like a lot of good energy in the air now. So let's go ahead and see here. All right, we have introspection and faith. Very nice. So that is going to be more for the new trail. We're going to get some tarot on that. What is all about the blazing of a new trail here for those that selected group number 1? We have the 8 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and the High Priestess. All right, so what I'm hearing right away is to have faith and keep faith during these times that you may feel stuck or triggered by others or feeling like there is a losing battle. Because I feel that your intuition through this process is gaining and more introspection is being had. We are really gaining more knowledge over different deeper things in life, and I feel like there's more receptive feminine energy that is coming out of you. And with that process in the past, I feel like that has maybe trapped you in a certain perspective, and now we're seeing a more deeper introspective look at some of the things and the reasons why we had to change things in order to find more of our success here. So the new trail I feel that you are blazing more is that you're going to be integrating more of your faith-based energy, and you're going to see more ways to get out of situations that maybe in the past we had gotten some mental anxiety over these things, or we've been able to, like, maybe there's been some arguments and things that we've had with people. But I see in this new trail we are blazing that we are not doing that anymore. I see these two figures outside of this area right here, and I feel like you're setting yourself outside of the situation. If you see anything that has to do with arguments or new traps that you're going to get involved in, I feel like you're going to be more aware and more intuitive in those processes to not get yourself trapped. So let's get more on this. Some more little details. Okay. All right, so some details to consider here is that whatever that you need to let go of, you need to purge out of your system. Also, I'm feeling like getting more into our emotional body. Instead of keeping this up all in our mind, we need to really get to a place where we can change things emotionally. And I'm feeling like also there is a key to something about being the odd one out in a situation. Like I see this 5 as being the pillar in the center, standing out of the 4 pillars of the foundation. So I feel like whatever you are doing next in the trail that you are blazing, you are creating a more secure foundation for yourself. And also I'm feeling like raising that roof with that center pillar. There's something about raising the roof. And whatever you've been holding on to, I feel this next phase that you're getting into, we have the 10 of Pentacles here, and it's really to get into that mindset and knowing that we are going to be more receptive and relying on our intuition to guide us to our fortunes and our success here in the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like maybe there has been something that we've had a hard time letting go of. We've been in a kind of repetitive cycle, and getting out of that cycle is going to show me that once you start letting things flow better in your life, letting conversations flow, not getting stuck in your mind about conversations, because I also feel like that might contribute to something within the body that is making you feel stuck as well. And you know, there's something physical. I feel like a gut feeling is coming through to say there's something that you know about a situation to not get involved. And it says, you know, don't create unnecessary arguments that don't really need to be discussed. Also, this new trail that you are blazing is one to financial freedom. And I feel that also you are breaking through to new ways of finding what you need, the answers that you need to get to your ultimate success financially. And you're doing this through being able to find new ways of saving money as well. That's very nice. There may be something along the way that I'm just seeing you having more of a key to something that has been up in your mind, and you're solidifying it more in your physical energy. All right, now let's look more into the keys to success with this deck here. What are some of the keys to their success? Grounding and regeneration. Very nice. So in that number 5 with the potato and the grounding, I see that there might be something with you reading your own cards or something as well that might be very beneficial to you. And also getting in touch with the moon and sun cycles and really being a part of them at each one that comes along. You know, because along the way, I feel like we really do embody the energy of that sun energy that we're in month to month. And then also those moments, you know, every other day, every 3 days when the moon changes out of a phase. So really honoring that. And the King of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Fool reversed. Okay. Okay, so one of your keys to success is to not jump into anything blindly, to not really go into any new beginning without solidifying something that has already been of the past here. And I feel also another key to your success is really maintaining a emotionally balanced energy within yourself, and also maybe educating yourself on something that you're moving into that is fresh and new. There is some messages that are coming in, or some things that need to be taught, learned. And also I'm seeing you, keys to success, are writing things down here in the Page of Swords. And the Fool is also showing me another key to your success is really finding that authenticity within you and shining that. And then in regeneration here, we have the energy of Aries. So yeah, I do feel like there is this new energy coming forward. And then we have the energy here of Virgo in this card as well. So I feel like the 17 is showing me that Star card in this as well. So like goes well with the Fool here, and showing me that there is this, exciting potential that you have about a unique perspective that you want to share with the rest of the world. And you may want to do this through, really showing yourself, really putting yourself on display as far as social media is concerned. And maybe there is this is a new venture for you. And the regeneration is showing me whatever energy you put out, you're going to get that energy back. And the Virgo energy is showing me there's lots of little details along the way that we need to balance out, also considering our health in every step of the way, and the service that we provide to others. Let's make sure that that doesn't really get out of balance. Okay. And we're going to look at where we'll get, actually, let's get some minors here. What about the keys to success? What about their keys to success? Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, more keys to success are you putting a stop to anything coming forward of that old life that made you feel like you were working too hard, or you were fighting too many battles and getting, messed up along the way, whatever that is for you spiritually, whatever that is for you mentally. And I just feel like also maybe it's time to stop moving around so much if you have been doing that. And then in the Three of Pentacles, it's showing me another key to your success is collaboration, finding the right people to collaborate with, and also accepting criticism from others, I'm hearing, and reworking our plans when we can in order to facilitate more new growth on this. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles coming through here in this one, and it's showing me that just the key to your success also is to keep moving forward. Don't let any distractions really take you away from this new trail that you're blazing. You're blazing this trail. This is your trail, and I feel like you are going to master it and learn different ways and do it, like I said before, in a very unique way to you. And yes, you should accept some criticism from others, but don't let it throw you off your path so much that you decide veering off very quickly. We want to keep this consistent. Okay. And now we're going to look at potential blockages. Potential blockages for those that selected group 1, please. So already we have quite a bit of 5s in your reading. Have another 5 coming out here with the Ash. Okay, so the potential blockages that you're facing here in the Ash tree is showing me that, we may be reflecting too much and comparing ourselves with others, really mirroring energies around us. And also, it's also giving me a key to the success here is that we need to embody that saying as above, so below, you know, getting really into the concept of the macrocosm and the microcosm, really seeing yourself as a whole and connected with everything. And then the comparisons that we may have had, we can really see ourselves, even though we are a part of the whole, we can individuate ourselves out of that and see that we have so much more to offer, and there's no redundancy in the universe's plan. You are very special and unique to your journey, and your voice needs to be heard, I feel here. So another potential blockage with all these fives and this one here is showing me that we may be getting with this card that came through, we may be getting a little off balance or out ungrounded, and so we need to come back to what this card suggests is finding our inner tree, you know, really stabilizing ourselves and finding the foundation that we need to set ourselves upon. So we did get that 4 of Pentacles as well. So I feel like there is a lot of movement through this process. There is a lot of things that you're going to be reworking and really focusing on. So another potential blockage here in the vine is showing me that there may be a need to overindulge or intoxicate ourselves or get into a state of ecstasy because we are enjoying a lot, we're celebrating a lot, and maybe that is one of a part of the balancing that we're finding here. And this card is a promise of abundance, though, really. That is what's really coming through for this card. So it's also telling me the potential blockage could be a lack mindset, something where, you know, we need to get back into that energy that there is abundance, there is enough space for all of us, right? So, you know, I also feel in that it really connects to the Fool in this upside down position, because maybe we are feeling like there's too many things out there, there's too many people, and the thing is that is working for you, there being a lot of people. So not everyone is for everyone, and you're going to find your specific people, but how are you going to know that without doing the authentic things that are right for you? And then along the way, when you're expressing yourself authentically, that's when the people come in that are attracted to that specific energy, and that's how you find the people that you can connect with here. And it's showing me here that the fruits of your labor will come to fruition here. We just need to believe, and it says have faith, you know, in the energy that we are producing. All right, so let's get some more energy on the potential blockages here. We have 7 of Wands, the Moon card, and the Page of Pentacles. So another way that is potential blockages is us not standing up for ourselves and letting the naysayers really push us around. You know, there's going to be people that are going to trigger you, are going to try to get at you and say the things that are going to, you know, make you reactive. So I'm seeing that through that process, we need to set ourselves apart as the observer and observe what's going on and not react right away to things. And then in the Moon card, one of the potential blockages is that you living in an unknown space, this liminal space where you don't know all the things that are going to be happening. And yes, there is going to be some things that are hidden from you because you're not going to see the whole trail ahead. You know, once you start blazing a trail, you're only going to see a few feet in front of you. It's kind of like when you're in your car and you set your GPS and you can look at the map and see where you're going, but really you're only going to see so far in front of you. Like when you're going to the bank, you don't see the bank when you get in the car. You see the bank once you arrive at the bank. You may know the trail, you may know the way to get there, but when you're blazing a new trail and trying to go toward a new energy, you're not going to know everything that's involved. So don't let that hold you back, is what this card is saying. And then in the Page of Pentacles, it's showing me that through this process, one of the potential blockages is that you're afraid that maybe this thing might not make money, or that you're too new at it. And I'm hearing that maybe it also has something to do with you not feeling like your body is up for it, or, you know, your physical energy is up to par. And I'm hearing to say that once you apply energy and put energy into something, that energy will be given back to you. And we did see that with the regeneration card as well. All right. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Okay, so other potential blockages here in the Queen of Pentacles is maybe feeling a little bit stubborn and moving forward, getting stuck in our energy, our physical energy, not really wanting to move forward because we're being stubborn about holding on to old ways. And in the Four of Cups is showing me it's because you've been very dissatisfied with things of the past. And I'm hearing to say that things are not always going to be that way. And we need to look at things from, like it said in the very beginning, from a different perspective or an introspective view about what you're feeling the energy is with the High Priestess card. And then in the Six of Swords is showing me that the potential blockage is you not wanting to move into something that is going to be smoother waters for you, because I'm feeling like maybe we're kind of stuck in the notion that we're familiar with what was and we're not so much ready to move into smoother waters. But the other side of this card is showing me that things will be getting better, and it doesn't matter what you do, if you're already moving in the direction of that, and soon mentally things will clear up for you and things will solidify for you, and we won't be in an emotional state that keeps us blocked and trapped. And I also see with the Queen of Pentacles coming through here in the Seven of Wands, it's saying to do your own work on yourself. You know, do those self-care routines, do the things that you need to take care of yourself in this process. And it's also showing me that feminine energy and the cycles and the moon, you know, really honoring that part of your body, because I feel like there's maybe some moodiness that we have during a certain cycle. And I'm being told to say also don't make decisions during that period of time. All right, now we're going to see some of the small details. Some of the small details to consider. All right, we have number 18, which is interesting. That one goes along with the moon card. We have blue pink gill with rarity, and then the number 8 in enoki with align. I love enoki, it's so yummy. So in this, I'm feeling that you are aligning yourself. Ultimately is showing me that through this 8 coming through as well, 8 of Pentacles, is showing me that whatever you're doing, you are aligning. And that other 8 that we got earlier was the 8 of Swords. And I'm seeing that through alignment, we're not always going to feel our best. Our mental sphere is going to, you know, go back and forth, and we're going to think a lot of different things. But ultimately, if we keep moving forward, if we just take those physical steps, do those physical actions that it takes, that things will align. Okay. And I feel like with the rarity, it's showing me that there is something with your voice, something you have to offer with your voice that is very special, that people may have not seen yet, and you are hiding this from other people. You may have been hiding the fact that you have this unique perspective, because you do feel like all those 5s that came through, you do feel like a little bit of the odd one out. And I'm saying that is going to be your benefit. Okay, that's going to be where you're going to find more of your success. All right, what are some of the other small details to consider? We have the Empress reversed, the Hermit, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So some of the small details to consider is that of our feminine energy. And also our time spent alone is very valuable. Those moments that we have to cultivate more energy for ourselves alone is going to be very beneficial. And then the Nine of Pentacles is reversed, is showing me that getting out of our space, out of our garden, once we have gotten to a point where we're ready to share the knowledge and the information that we have, and our health and our energy feels up to par, then that's when we can get out and share that energy with others and not really trap ourselves in a space where we have too much comfortable energy going on. All right, so we got the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Hearts, or the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Wands. So a very pleasant message for the end here coming through is showing me that energy is really going to be picking up for you. You're going to be getting a lot of messages coming through, and I'm feeling in the Knight of Cups here is showing me, again, we got the Knight of Cups, didn't we? Yeah, or no, King of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is showing me that there may be someone coming towards you in love, and they're seeing you in this certain light. And I'm being called to say with the Empress reversed that don't get into the energy where you dog yourself or say negative things about yourself so that someone will then compliment you back, because yes, that does kind of happen. That dichotomy, does occur, but I feel that also kind of diminishes our self-worth and our self-esteem. So if someone sees you a certain way, just go with that. Say, yes, you're right, I am this person that you think that I am, really go with that energy. And the Six of Wands is showing me that you will have success in this, and to not fear about anything that you don't fear of being solid all the time right now, because there is some stuff that is a little bit up in the air here. There is yet some decisions to make, some movements to take to get to where you really want to go. You're blazing the new trail here in this energy, and along that way, I'm feeling like you're going to become very magnetic in this energy, and this isn't a time to spend a lot of time alone, but yes, there is some introspective periods of time that you may have or you may be getting out of, but it's saying to go about at your own pace, go with the flow of things. If things feel good in the moment, that may be the path that you're being guided to go down. All right, so let's get some messages here from these doors, new doors that you will be walking through. All right, we have this one here, this one here, this one here. I think that one's upside down. Yep. Okay, so if you'd like to pick one, but you're going to really be walking through all three here, so let's look at this one. It says, draw down the moon. It's interesting, we got the moon card. The forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs. Find us in the wild. Good night. All right. And then the Odyssey, take in the beauty of the country lands and botany. Explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler odyssey. Traveler's Odyssey. Yeah, and this one says birth. Another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. Yeah, you are birthing a new era of being, a new era of living. I just feel like you're also just shedding a lot of unnecessary things that you felt attached to in the past because it was comfortable. And now you're getting into this new birthing era, and that's so beautiful. And you're really being asked to have, kind of this wonder-like energy to explore new things. Draw down the moon. Yeah, I really feel like those cycles are going to be also very important to you with all those, with the Empress, the High Priestess, the Moon card. Those are real energies that is saying to really consider that the feminine cycles, if you are a feminine watching this, and to just honor those periods of time, because we are not designed like men. We don't work on a 24-hour cycle. We work on a 28 to 32 day cycle. So really honoring all those times, and also finding out the positions of the moon, and really honoring the feelings that you feel during those periods of time. And like I said, if you feel moody during a certain period of time, to not really make decisions during that. But I feel like you guys are really doing well in this. You're finding a very rare, beautiful part of yourself, and this is just Wonderful. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me in this energy. And if you feel so called and you'd like to subscribe, I would just love that, and give this video a thumbs up as well. And I will see you in the next one. All right, bye-bye. Hello to those of you who selected group 2 with this image here and this card and this little skeleton key here. This is going to be a reading all about you blazing a new trail and your keys to success. So through this spread that I'm going to be doing, we're going to be working with 4 different areas. We're going to do the new trail you're blazing, then we're going to do keys to success, then we'll do potential blockages, and then we'll do some of the small details to consider. Okay? And throughout, it seems like so far it's been mixed with advice and some of the things that are, along the way. So we're just going to go ahead and see what the energy wants to throw our way here. So I hope you all are doing well today and having a lovely day and ready to blaze this new trail that I'm feeling like is in the collective energy that we're all really embarking on finding our new unique pathways. That's beautiful. So let's see here. The new trail that they are blazing for group number 2. All right, self-worth, the daffodil, and shadow side with the red root. So this new trail already that you're blazing is, I feel like you have done some shadow work, and through that process you have found more self-worth, more self-esteem in yourself, because I feel like maybe we had been pushing down that shadow side of ourselves and, keeping it below the surface of everything, and so that we could keep things light. And I'm feeling like, but that is the seed of growth. That is where you find a lot of your potential, is in that shadow side. Because when we can integrate that shadow side of ourselves, it really takes a hold of our subconscious, so that's not really running the show. All right, so this new trail that you're blazing, all right, so this is excellent that this card came out with this card, because this is another card of your self-worth, and it being in the reverse, it's showing me that this is something of the past. This is something that you don't feel like you're left out in the cold anymore with situations, because you don't need reassurance from anybody anymore. And the 10 of Wands is showing me you're at the end of the cycle of taking on too much alone. You're not going to take on these burdens. I feel like also these very spiritual burdens that you didn't feel like you were very connected to other people. And there's a whole collective out there of many different sources and many different areas of spirituality that you can connect to. And I feel like you are finding that. And the Ace of Pentacles is showing me that through this new trail that you're blazing, you are solidifying something. You are possibly even making money at something new. You're finding a lot of nuggets of gold in your energy field that within this self-worth, it's like really shining through all of the things that had maybe in the past brought you to a place where you didn't feel like your best. And you integrated that change. And then through that change, you have, I think through this cycle of this, because the positive of this card is showing me you've done a lot of work in order to get to this Ace of Pentacles. All right. All right, so the new trail is also accompanied with some losses, that maybe things that our vibration had been rising when we got rid of some of these aspects of our shadow self running the show subconsciously. And when we did that, we were able to really grieve through a process of this 5-5 message is showing me that we have moved on into some new energy. We've made a lot of changes. We've implemented a lot of different energies that are now really helping us to move forward. And also this 9 of Wands is showing me and the step before this process, that you had gone through a lot of battles, you had a lot of scars, and you're just sitting here wondering, is the same energy going to come about? And the 10 of Wands is here to kind of reassure you that this part of this cycle is over, and it's going to get a little bit easier from here on out because you've already done the work. And then the 8 of Cups here is showing me that you're definitely willing to walk away from something after a brief grieving time, or maybe even this has been a grieving time that has lasted quite a long time. And you're also, I feel like, grieving a part of yourself, like losing a part of yourself that you may have held on to because maybe that was a part of your identity, and your new identity is shifting here, and you're moving into a space where you want to find ultimate fulfillment in something. And maybe you're finding it through this new source that, the work that you've done and what it's led up to now, you've now seeing the fruits of that labor that you've put through. And then with that, you're able to walk away from the things that were very dissatisfying to you, that left you feeling like you had to block other people's energy. You had to stand up for yourself constantly and keep fighting the good fight. Like, I just feel like things are going to become a lot easier in this next set of blazing this trail. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the keys to your success here. What are some keys to their success? Those that selected group 2. And a side message too here that I'm also hearing is this key is very old, this kind of antique skeleton key, and it's showing me with this red root, it's showing me the root chakra. And there may be something within your programming in your childhood or something like that where you're reprogramming your energy in this next phase. And maybe it had left you feeling like you weren't because you weren't doing things as conventional or as methodical as your parents or people who had raised you. You weren't doing things like them as much. So maybe you had to get into this energy of really finding yourself again. Yeah, digging up, I'm feeling old skeletons out of your closet. And just that shadow work was just so beneficial. And it might even be something that you're getting into as well. The trailblazing has to do with you taking on more shadow work. All right, so we have continuance with number 26 in the apple. We have transition with number 11 and the cauliflower. And this has Cancer energy in it. And we have Capricorn energy in this one here. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the success. I had to show you that one because we literally have the skeleton key here. So that's very interesting. Success with this Libra energy. So I feel like a lot of success in your relationships. There's going to be a new refreshing element to that. All right. Temperance. Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot. All right, so some of your keys to success here already is just to keep going. Like I felt this energy of, maybe you've come to the end of the cycle and you want to rest, you want to take a time period to just stay in one place. And I'm feeling like continue, yes, at your own pace, do this in a more balanced way. Maybe you found more of a balance after you got out of balance there in the 10 of Wands. And once you had found that balance and integrated, I feel a little bit more of your feminine and masculine side balances, that's when your wheel of fortune starts to turn in your favor. And that's why that Ace of Pentacles coming through to say it may not be the whole entire lot of things, but it's because there is yet for you to move in a direction with confidence of your own nature, to really trusting also in the forces that are around you that you believe in. And in this card, you know, this may be a very, I mean, we're talking about blazing a new trail here. So this is a transition period of time for you. And just be gentle with yourself through this process. The Cancer energy coming through in both of these. It's like, make sure that you have everything you need along for the journey. And we have 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles. So another key to your success is, like this says, really listening to that wisdom that you are being guided to. I also feel like another key to your success is clearing up your pineal gland, getting more clarity within the messages that you receive through higher sources that you're connected to. And you will be getting these, and that intuition is really showing me that you're being guided in a specific direction, and to get clear with that, get concise with that. And also maybe bounce that off of somebody else involved in your life that you deem someone who you can trust. Okay, and then we have the 10 of Cups is showing me through this process, the key to your success is really embodying the emotional side of that fulfillment that you are looking for, and going in that direction, you know, always considering that, always, you know, returning to that place and putting yourself in a state of already being there. And then the 10 of Swords is showing me, you know, also considering that your key to success is that you have ended this cycle. We have 10, 10, 10, 10. We have all these 10. So you're definitely coming to an end of a cycle. And you know, this card is showing up to say, don't go to the same people in the same positions that left you just defeated, or left you feeling like there cannot be any more words said because you have ruined it. You know, I feel like getting away from those relationships that were really manipulative when it came to the words that were offered and said, and also just some cold, harsh treatment. I feel like there's a lot more warmth and love and fulfillment that is coming forward, and we need to put ourselves in that state of mind and not really think about the things that have worried us in the past or that have defeated us in the past. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at potential blockages here in the Celtic trees. What are some potential blockages for those that select a group 2? Right. The pine, the fir or the pine. So we're 16. We have the rowan, Lewis rowan. So in this card, it's kind of going back to the message that I felt with the Queen. One of the potential blockages is not being able to see things clearly, you know, in the saying, to see the forest for the trees. So, you know, there is this energy of you singling out information, filtering this information out. So the potential blockage could be that you're maybe not getting the clarity that you need and the perspective that you need in this process, because there is a little bit of imbalance within us as well. I could also attribute this, the 10 of Cups with the Temperance, could also be, you know, over watering yourself, over, you know, consuming, over indulging to get to a place of satisfaction and fulfillment in a very unbalanced way. And, you know, this wants to balance itself out. There is this fortune that wants to come towards you and wants to bless you in this new ending cycle. And it's saying to, you know, make sure that we are not doing any overindulging in any one area, and that we can find more balance with the things that we consume. And this card is also showing me that there's something of the ego being dismantled here. And it's saying that to choose more of a place of humility from a very humble position. Not to humiliate yourself. Because the potential blockage is maybe that you are afraid of humility. You're afraid of this new phase, exposing you in some way that is going to cause you to feel very low of yourself. And I'm hearing to say that stand strong, stand in one position, ground your energy. And also, maybe you're also afraid of being exposed in some way as far as the habits and the things that you have in your life. And I'm feeling like the key here, another key to your success, is finding your own alchemy. Adding a little bit of this, taking a little bit of this away. All right, another potential blockage here is that something about your dreams, maybe there's some astral traveling that is happening during your dreams. And I'm feeling like this is a time for you to find more of your intuition and not really project so much of the fears that you might have in some of the things that are happening that are new. And it's showing me also that you may not feel protected as much as you'd like to be. And I'm hearing to say that you will be protected, and also believe in the forces that you have on your side here. You are getting messages, you are receiving messages that you need to clear up your energy and focus in on what those messages are that you need to receive so that you can make clear, concise decisions. Also, some of the potential blockage in this card is having too much pessimism as well. So maybe we have really been defeated by what other people have said because we had been a party to this. We had contributed some of those words as well. And some of those words were really defeating our manifestation ability. And we feel like we're spinning our wheels and not getting anywhere. So I feel at this next period of time, you're really going to be focusing in on that and doing things more efficiently and effectively. All right, what are some more energies on the potential blockages for those that selected group 2? All right, we have the 7 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. All right, so what I'm seeing is that maybe you have felt like potential blockages is you wanting to just stop and not keep going because you're not seeing the evidence of your work paying off. And I'm seeing that you can't stop halfway. And there's also this saying, or this kind of story that I heard. It's a little short thing that I heard a long time ago. I don't remember where I heard this. It's something about digging. If you're digging 3 different holes, and one of those holes, it says that there's $1 million at the bottom. Oh, it's something out of a book, I think, that she read. And so there's, if you don't dig to the bottom of where that $1 million is, you're not going to find it. So it's like, are you going to dig halfway through each of those things, or are you going to go all the way, get the $1 million, and then go all the way to the second thing, and then go all the way? Because I'm just feeling like you may be wanting to stop short before you're seeing any real evidence that things are working out for you in the 7 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Wands is like maybe you've been waiting for your ships to come in and things just don't feel like they're progressing the way you'd want them to progress. And the Knight of Cups is telling me to maintain balance in your emotions and keep fighting the good fight. Keep going towards the things that you love and that you desire. And also I'm feeling like maybe, potential blockages is other people throwing us off that are in need of our energy, in need of, I'm feeling like this love drain or this love bombing or stuff like that. So maybe the potential blockages are in some of the people that supposedly love us, but then, they have a tendency to try to manipulate us to get more of our energy. I'm going to get another card for this one. So the 6 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the Knight, or the King of Cups. So the King of Cups, coming through with the Knight of Cups is really showing me that emotional balance is going to be a real key, but also a potential blockage for you in this part of the reading. So, if we are up in our emotions too much and we're taking things personally, we may not be able to see things for what they are. We may be getting distracted by the triggering energy that others are trying to throw at us, or the petty comments or petty arguments that people are trying to really energy vampire our energy, right? So in the Six of Swords, it's saying move away, move out of that, get into calmer waters. Don't feel like, I'm also feeling like one of the potential blockages is you being a little bit addicted to the drama side of entertainment, or the drama side of the people that you share your space with. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the small details, or last things to consider here. All right, we have number 32 with Rosy Bonnet and Define. We have number 34 with the bleeding tooth and stagnation. So some of the other small details that we need to consider is really get clear and defined with the energy, and don't spread yourself out too thin, I'm feeling with that card. And the stagnation in the bleeding tooth is showing me that I'm seeing that for the energy vampires. It's like, don't give yourself up, don't bleed yourself dry for other people. This is going to really stagnate your energy. And I feel with those, the Knight and the King of Cups coming through, that stagnant water energy that we could get into can really stifle us in our creative processes. We have the Magician, the Death, and the Four of Cups. So one detail, that you definitely need to consider is that you have the tools. You are the manifester. You are the one that guides your own life. And also, I'm being called with these other energies that we had these court cards. Don't let anybody manipulate you. Okay, if you're feeling like they're manipulating you, then they very well may be. Okay, and then the Death card, again, we're coming to the end. We had all those 10s. We're coming to the end of a cycle, really embracing that new beginning I'm seeing. And this little turtle is showing me there is just so much potential for you. And wherever you go, and this is Scorpion, I just feel like wherever you go and wherever you set yourself, you are protected. You are shielded from anything that may cause trouble. And also, I'm just being guided to say you are lucky, and also slow and steady wins the race. And then the Four of Cups is showing me definitely don't accept anything less than what you want, what you deserve, what is something that is something you're going to love and be passionate about, so that you can keep moving forward and not get stagnant in energy that we've just been perpetuating the same cycle over and over again and not getting anything out of it. So really accepting that new offer, that new cup, that new love that's coming in, whether that is from a person or from a endeavor that you'd like to really take on. All right. So we have the Four of Wands, so this is excellent for this to end this way. So we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. So what I'm seeing is that you are going to be finding your soul tribe, and the Knight of Pentacles is giving me more of that message here, and the turtle is slow and steady wins the race. Pace yourself, go at your own speed. You need to get real defined on things. So during that process, you're going to need time to assess the situation. Let things ruminate, let them be understood fully before you start to move in the direction that you need to. But I'm seeing that just keep going. We had that message, the potential blockages is that, in the Seven of Pentacles, that you might want to give up halfway through because you're just not seeing the fruits of your labor. And it's saying, don't give up here in the Knight of Pentacles. Keep going. Keep, even the smallest wins will be beneficial along your trail. And then the Four of Wands is an excellent card showing me that I'm delicious mushroom here, the funnel chanterelle. So I'm feeling like this is getting you to a place of stability, and you can celebrate your wins here in this card. You can have, I'm feeling also maybe there is some kind of wedding or something that you may be, I'm feeling cold feet And I'm seeing that maybe if this is someone new or if this is someone of your past, the reason why you might have cold feet is that there's maybe friends around you that are maybe telling you things about this person that you're like, oh, I don't know if I should make these decisions. And, you know, they either have your best intentions in mind because these are really close, loving friends, or these are people that need for you to consider again, are these stable friends? Are these good decisions that you're making? Is this leading you to where you want to be to establish yourself? And also, are you creating the right boundaries for yourself in moments that you feel that, you know, there are others around you that are trying to take of your energy? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get some doors here. So some new doors that you are walking through. All right, we have this door here, this door here, and this door here. You can choose one, or we're going to walk through all three. All right, so this door here is a moment's joy, sand through the hourglass, yet time could stand still, a moment lasts forever, in the bliss of the heart's will. And we have offerings. Abundance lies in the heart that allows share more expectation or expected, share more than expected, and see love come around. We have 1111, numbers in doubles, synchronicity in twos. Don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. So we did get a lot of cup cards, you know. We did, and we got some court cards as well. So if this has something to do with love, and I'm feeling like it might, you know, I'm just feeling being guided to just tell you to move in the direction that you feel that is working best for you and that helps you build the potential. And also I'm being guided to say, you know, maybe you should ask yourself the questions of this person that's in your mind. That does this person make you feel safe and secure? Do they challenge you and make you your best self? Do you see yourself having a future and a stable environment with this person? And do they celebrate you? Do they celebrate your energy? Do they push you? You know, those kind of questions are really important when it comes to love, because sometimes we can get a little rosy glasses, you know, and see things for what we want to see them as, but really deep down, you know, asking yourself those questions are going to get you out of that energy of feeling like you are not sure, you know, really defining what it is that you need to move forward in if it comes to love. Okay. All right, and this card also, I'll just send a little ending message, is this little fairy with the wand. I feel like, you know, we had the magician card, so I really do feel like you guys have the ability to create your own environment and really blaze this new trail that you're going towards, and you have all the keys to success within your energy. Okay. All right, well, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me in this energy, and if you feel so called, please subscribe and thumbs up my video if you enjoyed it, and come and see me again sometime. All right, bye-bye. Hello to those of you who selected group 3 with this little flower card here and this key here of this tree. This is going to be your reading all about you blazing a new trail and your keys to success. Right. So I'm being guided to share with you my little T tag here since you got the flower. It says the difference between a flower and a weed is a judgment. So yes, that is very true. So I feel, you know, it's the perspective, how we look at things. So let's go ahead and look into the new trail first. We'll be having 4 different sections. So I hope y'all are doing well today and having a lovely day. I really feel there is some beautiful energy on the rise here. We are all getting into something amazing. Some good energy is building up. Alright, the new trail that you are blazing. For those that selected group 3, what is the new trail? Okay, that one wants to come out with chamomile and inner child. And then we have ginkgo with patience. All right. Some tarot cards as well. All right, what's more information about their new trail they are blazing? All right, so the new trail that you're blazing, I feel, is something that you've really cultivated and found within. I feel like you're really shining your own light. You have found something within yourself that's very calm and patient, and you're taking this on in a way that the Devil card is showing me that the new trail that you're blazing is one of success, one of finding your way no matter what. You know, really putting yourself through the ringer, I feel. Also just willing to accept the negatives and positives in a very, very just elegant way, I feel, here with the High Priestess. And the Nine of Wands reversed is showing me that the new trail that you're blazing is one that isn't going to have a lot of battles that you have to fight or defense that you have to put up. There's going to be a lot more calmness, a lot more beauty. And I just feel like you're also, because you're considering that inner child of yourself, you know, speaking to yourself very kindly and lovingly, and, you know, telling yourself those stories as if you were a child. You know, you're mothering yourself in this process and finding something beautiful within you that you can really share with others, that you're not going to be afraid anymore about what others have to say, because it just feels like in this energy, it's like to each their own. The Knight of Cups, on the side, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. All right, well, okay, so we are also moving in a way that is very methodical. We are pacing ourselves. We are also moving towards what we love here. So that's beautiful. And I'm feeling like also the movement that you are creating, you're going into a stage of blazing this new trail with a very open heart. And this view of the world, of falling in love with the world, falling in love with things that even the negative aspects or the hard things that you have to work through, you're really finding this amazing balance in that. And then in the Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess, I'm seeing that there is more reciprocity to be had. There is also feeling like you are receiving, you know, in this feminine energy, you are receiving a gift here. You're receiving help. You're receiving some kind of assistance to help blaze this trail. And the Ten of Pentacles is showing me that there may be some financial gain on this trail as well. And especially when we don't fight the battles that aren't ours to fight, you know, and we don't hold up our defenses. I just feel like this very open-hearted energy that you are moving towards that is just so beautiful. And also accepting the fact that there is the unknown ahead. I just feel you being so open to that and having such a patient and loving heart moving forward. That's beautiful. I'm also feeling like in the Devil card and the Knight of Cups here is that temptations that you may have had in the past, it's like we're looking at those in a whole new light. We're looking at those like we're accepting those parts of ourselves. We're being loving with that part of ourselves that had, you know, gone in an area that maybe had gotten stuck or stifled because of some of the temptations that we were moving into, and maybe even, you know, doing that in a way where we wanted to have a good time, but we didn't want to have a really, you know, we weren't considering our longevity, is what I'm saying. We wanted to just have a good time in the moment. And in this next phase, I feel like you're really considering all the things that you have learned so far and moving in a way where you're finding more balance. And it's just beautiful. So let's look into the keys to your success here. What are those that selected group 3? What are the keys to their success here? All right, fertility in number 29 with the watermelon, and memory with number 16 and rosemary. All right, so the keys to your success are having that fertile, abundant mind. I also see that as the inner child embodied in you, bottled up, that's coming out, that is, you know, letting itself speak. And in the memory, we have Leo energy coming twice through this. Is like another key to your success is, you know, moving in a direction of your creative energy, of the things that you love to pursue, and also doing that with a very positive, light-hearted energy that makes you shine and be radiant, and really not, you know, caring how other people look at you. And your ego is going to be so balanced as well in this. So I just feel like that is another key to your success, is, you know, you're using that ego to your benefit. All right, we have the King of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the Ace of Swords. All right, so some key to your success is finding more clarity in your mind by getting very emotionally balanced and stable. And also, it's moving at a pace that you feel is right for you here. Because I feel like sometimes there's going to be moments where you get stuck, you feel blocked because you're not getting the help that you need. And in this process, I feel like there may be times when you can't really move forward because of that. But I'm also feeling from the Knight of Pentacles that there is going to be something speeding up as far as whoever's going to be helping you. The key to your success here might be through another person as well. And the Ace of Swords is also showing me another key to your success is cutting out things that are unnecessary, cutting out habits, cutting out people that are naysayers, that just drag us down, people who manipulate us, people who try to distract us with being all about them. You know, that's one key to your success, is cutting that out. And then we have the Queen of Swords, the Four of Wands, or no, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the King of Cups again. Okay, so the King of Cups coming through twice in your key to success is your emotional stability above all, okay? And then the Queen of Pentacles is showing me through those self-care processes and you having a very open, abundant, fertile mind and aspect about everything around you is really going to help you succeed as well. And then in the Four of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, another key to your success is finding time for stillness, finding time to meditate, finding time to contemplate on the next moves that you need to make. So that is another key to your success. That's wonderful. And the memory, I'm considering too with the memory here, there's something that some information that is coming in that I'm feeling remembering, like you're being shown it again to really now take that in and apply it to your life more. All right, these cards are going to be about the potential blockages. Potential blockages for those that's considered, or for those that are a part of group 3, who chose group 3. All right. we have number 25 with the sea and number 4 with the willow. So one of the potential blockages I'm feeling within this card is our maternal ancestor energy, maybe some generational curses that we have. I'm feeling that might be some real contemplation or something that we need to get into in our meditation energy. And also that maybe there's something within the mother or the place that you are from or something like that that has been kind of keeping you a little bit stuck. So there's something about you journeying somewhere. We had the Knight of Cups come through. So I feel like going towards places that you love or that you feel deep down inside that is the location for you. That might be helpful to get out of a blockage. Another potential blockage is in this talks about feminine energy and fertility and community. So I'm feeling like maybe some of the cycles, also your cycles, if you're a feminine watching this, that's why we talked about emotional stability so much, is because there might be something with your cycles kind of throwing you off, or your intuition is telling you something that maybe you're not listening to. And it's telling you really go with your gut feelings here, go with your intuitive energies. And also maybe some of your emotions might be blocking you. And to get into this energy of feeling the feelings and assessing them for what they are, and knowing what's going on underlyingly. And maybe we are getting emotional because of there's somebody else, I feel, within your energy field. We have a lot of different court cards here, so there might be somebody. This might be a mother, this might be a father, this might be somebody who is kind of blocking the energy because maybe you're wanting to do something a little differently than you've done before. Or maybe they are, afraid about, if you're a younger person, if there's any connection that you have there to family still, that is really a controlling force in your life. And maybe you're wanting to have a child with somebody and move in with somebody or have a family or something like that. And there is this blockage that's coming through to say that maybe you're being guided, or you have too many influences persuading you this way and that way, when you need to make your own decision and go with what it feels right for you. Let's get some more tarot in this. All right, we have the King of Wands, the Justice, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, there is a lot of people, I feel, within your energy field that have a lot of opinions about this new path that you're forging. And I'm feeling like the Justice card is telling me that you are now finding your own justice in this. Things are changing over in your favor, but your potential blockage in that is you feeling like maybe you want to write you want to write the situation, you want to speak on the situation, you want to create justice in the situation, or have some kind of revenge in the situation. And I'm being guided to say, please do not do that. The energy will take care of itself. Then we have the Seven of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So the Seven of Clubs in this card is showing me that we definitely need to stand up for ourselves and our own beliefs and not let others persuade us in any direction that we need to go, especially if they use something of a bit of, maybe they're persuading you in a very energetic way and they're robbing of your energy in some kind of way, and you're being asked to, distance yourself from some of those people that are trying to control you in any way energetically. And the Two of Cups is showing me that the justice that's coming through is that I'm feeling this is a union with someone that is coming through, and you need to make your own decisions for yourself and letting your heart guide the way, letting, the energy write itself through that heart space. What is calling to you? How are you maybe breaking generational curses, and this may be very difficult for you, but maybe through the union of another person, you are seeing a like-minded individual. You are seeing something in someone that is there helping you along the way here. And then in the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords, I'm seeing that there's a lot of mental ability. There's a lot of words being exchanged through different people here in this reading. And it's showing me that there is just a lot of opinions, a lot of people saying, just almost speaking too quickly, or they think they have the answers and the authority on things. And it's just kind of throwing you off a little bit. And that could be a potential blockage for you here. Yeah, there is just something also with the unioning or the gathering or something with other people is showing me that the blockage is that you're finding that these maybe karmic relationships that you're involved in, it's like you need to move out of those spaces and move in a direction that is right for you, that creates more mental clarity. So let's now move into the last part here, which is the small details and other things to consider. Right, for those that selected group 3, what are some other things that they need to consider and some of the small details? All right, so we have the King Oyster with 11 and sustenance. And then we have the Scarlet Elf Cup number 20 with healing. Page of Wands. The Seven of Wands again. The Seven of Pentacles. So some things that we need to consider is we need to heal from this, step out on our own, take our own spiritual energy. Even though this is a new thing you are learning in this process. I feel like you need to grab that wand and move at your own pace, do things on your own, and move in a direction that you're standing for what you believe in. And also, you're not going to see all the results right away. And the Seven of Pentacles is showing me that there is time for those seeds to grow. You need to let time prevail. And that shell is kind of right here. It's a this is a dune cup, so I'm seeing that by the ocean as well. It's giving me that sea card. It's definitely something within your feminine lineage that is causing some disruption here, that we need to consider that may be slowing down our process. Yeah, because we got another queen again. So we got the Queen of Wands, we have the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So that is beautiful message up for the ending here, because I really feel like you're really going to be standing out. You're going to be really looking your best, doing your best, really regaining your power or establishing yourself in more power. And you're going to be doing this in just a very light-hearted, beautiful way, to where you add a lot of positive energy, and you're going to go past whatever you felt was negative energy from anyone else. I just feel like there is success. This is showing me success here. In the Six of Wands. And then the Ace of Wands is really showing me this new venture, this new awakening that you have towards this new thing that you really like. I just feel like you grabbing up that wand and being like, I'm going to create the world that I want to create, and that makes me feel good, and it feeds my spiritual energy, it feeds my creativity as well. I feel here you're just going to become so creative and so magnetic in the Queen of Wands. And people, there may be a lot of people that are opposing you in this energy, because you're rising to a different level of yourself, and that's going to be very triggering to others. And just consider that too. Be compassionate with those people, because they're probably trying their best too, and they're getting triggered by you. Because I'm also feeling in this energy that they're looking at you like, why are you trying so hard? You're making us look bad. You know, does that mean now I have to try hard? And, you know, that's their decision if they want to do that, but you're kind of setting the stage here for energy to really take it on a new approach. And of all the groups so far, I really feel like this group is overcoming a lot of other people's energy, and you are working your hardest to build something of yourself and really bring to the forefront that empowerment, that feminine empowerment as well. Just something where you are going to have so much creativity. And didn't you get, yeah, you got the fertility there. I'm feeling like there is something coming forward here where maybe that creative center in you, you know, maybe this has something to do with creating a child. And I feel like if you're trying to get pregnant, it's showing me you will have success in that as well. Okay. All right. And we have some doors here. What are some new doors that you are going to be walking through? Shuffle these a little better. Okay, he wants to give you 4 doors. All right. So if you'd like to pick a door, you can, but we will be walking through all of them. All right, so the first door here is walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. The indigenous lessons you find will to survive. Offerings. Abundance lies in the heart that allows. Share more than expected and see love come around. The art of life. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin. Let your love dance in sight. That goes so well with the Queen of Pentacles, or Queen of Wands. Then we have this one, intuition. Simple, complex, words of pain and words that heal. You come to know truth by the way that it feels. Yes. Ooh. Yeah, I really feel that with the healing here. You know, I really feel like those messages are also just telling me, you know, all these people coming in and adding all their 2 cents on the subject. You know, you just really need to focus in and what feels right to you, you know, really getting right with that energy within yourself and finding that intuitive side of yourself that needs to make its own pursuit, its own decision, its own way toward its own passions. And that is just beautiful. I really feel like you guys are really making an art of your life. Yeah. You're really enveloping that energy to just pursue the things that you need to pursue in order to make something for yourself and not always go by what everyone else is telling you to do. Okay. All right, well, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me in this energy. And if you feel so called and you'd like to subscribe, I would appreciate that, and give me a thumbs up to support my channel. All right, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.